bought a car.
He got a lot of negative comments. He left the keys in the car, and obviously, in hindsight, you probably regret leaving the keys in the car.
Yes, they were telling me, you have a Mzungu, you let tell her to buy another car.
I guess our hope was that the judge would give him such a harsh option of a sentence that it would wake the parents up and they'd suddenly find the money.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Hello everyone. Out here is that a bit noise.
Creaking it. We thought
with music.
it's alright. We've decided to sit outside of our new house, and we are at the front. There are people passing by. We thought we would give you an update on exactly what is going on with the car situation, because obviously that was a huge deal and a huge video which lots of you commented on.
Like everyone knew, we bought a car. So we said, yeah, we have a car.
We got a bank loan for it. We didn't actually have the money for it. I feel like that's... And although some people, I have had some comments saying you shouldn't be taking loans out, and I'm like...
And thank you for the good comments. People who felt sorry for us.
And understood why we had to get a bank loan. Because how important it is to us to keep our kids safe.
And people who are trying to say...
They want to help. And if people do want to support, obviously the best way is watching our videos, subscribing, commenting, liking, commenting multiple times, replying to other comments. And for those who want to help that bit further, we do have our Patreon page where you can get some extra content if you sign up for a small monthly subscription. So they are ways to support. We obviously got a lot of negative comments as well. So also just to recap what happened to the car, let's tell the story again, and then we'll talk about all the wrong comments that we've received. Basically, this car was for me. Is that a goat? Noisy goat. That car was for me and the kids. The idea was it for me to, mostly for me to take the kids to school, all the extracurricular things. All the animals are making a little noise right now. Anyway, and Josh wasn't going to be driving it unless like we're going somewhere as a family and he might help drive far. And
of course, for me, it was family to make life easier for her and the kids, and
because I couldn't even get out the house with 4 kids because I've got no way.
And borders was dangerous.
Exactly.
For me, if I'm going around, I go to villages, and the car was not suitable for villages or.
In an ideal world, we would have actually had 2 cars. One
so we wanted maybe in the future to have 2 cars for the villages and one
like 4x4 that's not in perfect condition for him to go and get to the village and stuff and get stuck in the mud every time, and like a safe runaround car for the town for me and the kids. The only reason Josh had that car is because I didn't feel...
What?
No, it's that I didn't feel comfortable. When you take a car to a mechanic here, you're best to stay at the mechanic watching it all be done. Why do you have to stay at the mechanic to watch all the work be done?
One is that people, not a lot of people can be trusted. Some people said this was bad.
Yeah, and it's not bad.
Yet it was not bad.
You know,
everyone who lives
or they put bad parts in, take good parts out and put bad parts in.
Everyone who lives in Uganda, I will not just say I want to be good at the camera, but everyone knows the situation with mechanics or with anything. If you take it for repair and you're not there, then you know what happens.
And repairs aren't fast, they take time, a long time, and I am not comfortable to go sit at a mechanic's workshop. I don't even know enough about cars. They could be doing something they're really not supposed to be doing and I wouldn't have a flipping clue. So Josh was helping with that part only, and he had spent like all week at the mechanic we were trying to make that car perfect.
We wanted the car to be very perfect.
Both for safety and because we wanted to try and look after it really well to sell it for hopefully not at a loss. So we were fixing everything. Josh was on his way to fix the very last thing, which was what?
The brakes.
something with the brakes.
It was.
Yeah, because the part that had delayed because the part had to be ordered from Kampala, and we had a big trip the next morning, so it was like evening, and the reason we went to do it in the evening is the part had only just come, and we had this big trip the next day, and we didn't want to do this big trip without fixing the part, because obviously then it,
because if you can, everyone understand if it's also concerning brakes, you need to have that big trip when the brakes are fine,
yeah,
and the car is in good condition.
Yeah. So then, the thing is, right, and this is where the negative comments have come in about, like, why did you leave the keys in the car and things, but I think there's two.
And most of the people,
yeah,
like anyone or everyone out on here, if you have someone you trust and is there in the car, you can't ask me why I left the key in the car. It's like asking me or asking Emilie, why did you, Emilie, leave a key in the car when there is Josh?
So Alex was in the passenger seat, and Josh got out briefly to go and get something to eat, and he left the keys in the car. And obviously, in hindsight, you probably regret leaving the keys in the car.
Yes.
But if anyone was going to put a blame on Josh and be mad at Josh, it would have been me. So the fact that I haven't been, because I just know that if that had been my friend, one of my friends here, I wouldn't have even thought twice. I'd easily, just pull over quickly, run out the car and leave the keys in the car. I wouldn't have thought of it. He did not give permission to Alex to drive the car. We are still unsure how on earth he went from apparently moving the car out the way to the car being in that situation that you saw. Some people have suggested he might have done it on purpose. Some people have suggested maybe he's trying to take the car. Some people have suggested he might be drunk. A lot of you were saying, why would you give it to someone drunk? We don't know he was. We still don't know if that's the case, do we? We're just speculating. How could that have happened? Like, what reasons? And in terms of people saying, oh, he must be hanging out with the wrong people, he's known Alex for years. And nothing, until now, nothing dodgy, right? No reason to not trust him. So, yeah. And it's not gone great, has it? And a lot of people are telling me that this is not the true story. I can tell you it is, because I've been very involved at the police.
And now it turned into, we were at the police. Alex was arrested for like a week. He was in prison for like 10 days at the
He's not, and in theory he's not supposed to be there that long,
yes,
but everyone together had hoped we'd settle this and it wouldn't have to go to court, so it was kind of agreed that he'd stay there a bit longer than what is normal, so we could try and settle this. And bearing in mind the car has cost us, is it like I can't remember how much it's cost us, including repairs, like 5,000 or 6,000. I'd have to even check now. They were offering us like 1,000. But at first, actually, the very first thing they told Alex to do was run away, and he did, and they found him and arrested him. Then they came begging to me to just forgive him and, buy myself another car.
Emilie, they were saying, they were telling me, you have a Mzungu, maybe you have some money more than us, you tell her to buy another car. Then for her, when she came out the police, they were just begging, just forgive him. You can get yourself a car. What's he got? And I'm like, I can't get myself a car, actually. And it is so frustrating, and I think it's taking its toll on you as well as me, that they will not, even anyone will never believe, and they will really never believe, that we don't have the money. Like, they just won't. They just think we can replace it. So they just think we're being difficult. And I think that is like, it's been really hard. And they did then offer about £1,000, and we were just like, that's not enough. Like, it's just not. Unless it was going to be a down payment and they were going to pay more. And then suddenly, in that 15-minute window when Josh left, he got let out. I don't know what happened. I came back and Alex is gone. From prison to home. But we have been pursuing it at court, so it has gone to court. So now, after that, I had to go to police several times. Then they called him back, and he has been in the court now. He has appeared twice. Only that you can't record in Ugandan courts. I don't know what happened there, but in Uganda you don't. No, I don't think you can anywhere. You don't record what happens in court. I would have also added that on this video. So then you would see the actual, his statements at the police. He never denied doing it at the police. But anyway, the first court date. What happened? First court hearing. When they got a lawyer, what? Yeah, he turned up with a lawyer, which we didn't expect, so he's...
So he turned up with a lawyer, which we didn't expect, and at this point we actually haven't got one, simply because we have spent a fortune. And I know we could probably try and find the money for one, but it's really hard to do that with no guarantee we're going to get any more money back. We've spent money on obviously the car, the repairs. You have to spend money to get the police to open a case here and do anything, so on the police, that's a good amount. We've also spent money on witnesses, but I'll come to that in a bit. First hearing, sorry, what happened?
I think they sent him to prison.
I think you said they didn't ask many questions, did they?
No, they didn't.
Just on the case alone, they said you're going back away. No, and until the next hearing.
Yes, they said because the state was also not around in court, so they wanted to bail him out. There's a lawyer,
They said no.
and they said no. So they sent him to prison for 7 days, and he was there. Then he came back. Then they have given him now, I think.
But that's not actually how it happened, because this is like, you don't act as if Ugandan courts are really straightforward and go as they're supposed to, because you went back on the Monday when he was supposed to have his hearing, and then they tell you need your witnesses. So then Josh went back to find the witnesses, but
they didn't ask me for witnesses at police or anything.
No.
So because the statements are supposed to be made from police.
But I was just going to say, and this is something that for me I'm finding really draining, because I know it's how it works here, but like, no one wants to help you for free. And so even these people who can see that, you know, we're in a really bad situation, someone's destroyed our car, they won't come and say what they saw for free. And they were all asking for a good amount of money, because again, they think that we've got lots of money. So I just find that I find it so draining, like that no one wants to help. No one wants to help. So we've had to fork out for these witnesses, which is just whatever for their time, basically. Fine, it was for their time. So then you came all the way with the witnesses, and then court said, no, come back tomorrow. So then that was a whole day with nothing. So Josh came back the next day, waited until the very, 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 very last evening, all day from morning till night. And what happened?
They sent him back.
But he's gone back again for 2 weeks. And then what they said to do?
No, they are not the one. The court said he has to go back for 2 weeks before he comes for hearing again. But they told me, not the court or what, but I consulted some lawyers around, and they told me all this is going to take time, and it's not going to
amount to anything.
They don't know, but we may not be able to get any money or any car from it, because they say reckless driving, they may charge him some money, and the car, they may say a fine of taking the car of this and this, a fine of this amount, or 2 months.
So we won't get anything back. He'll just get his punishment. Am I right in thinking it's currently a criminal case? A criminal case as it stands.
So
the lawyers have said we need to open a new case.
A new case, which is
civil.
So if we want anything, we have to try with civil.
Starting from scratch. And if this is if they're telling the truth and they're just not getting us to spend more money.
And they want also the lawyers, you have to pay for them to
do it. So that's where we're at now, having to, I guess, make a decision whether we're going to fork out loads more money to open another case.
So we either stay with the other case which is in court
and maybe
wait.
Nothing.
Either we have 2 options. Either we may get money or they come back, or we lose.
I guess our hope was that they would.
At least Alex's parents feel bad for their son.
Exactly.
But they are very patient, and they don't talk to me.
And
they don't do anything.
And they even said, "Oh, he's young. You know, we can do a couple of years in prison. He'll come out. He'll still be young."
His dad said he's in his 20s, so. By the time he comes back, he will be still
family,
fine.
Everything. But that's just.
So
I guess our hope was that the judge would give him such a harsh option of a sentence that it was wake the parents up and they'd suddenly find the money. That's our hope. But a lot of people here were just saying, I hope Alex does the right thing. If this is the true story, why is he not paying up? Not as simple as that here. People
at least.
When it comes to money, I think money above everything else. No, sadly, above friendship and.
All right, so we either wait for the case to go on until the court decides, or before this last hearing, I go and open up another civil case. So that's what every lawyer I consulted advised me to do.
I feel like either way, we're going to lose more money and time without any guarantee of what we'll get back. Battery's running out, so we're going. We'll keep you updated.
Thank you so much for watching this video.
We'll see you
and
next
wait.
one.
Bye.
Came along, couldn't look away. Somehow you turned my life completely upside down.